All right, so it's 7:02 p.m. and I'm calling this meeting of the Wakefield Youth Council to order. I'm going to go ahead and take attendance. Yana,
Here.
Ali,
Here.
Thomas,
Here.
Nick Polari. Don't see him. Uma, not here yet. Paige isn't able to be here. Josh is not here. Sophie,
Here.
Nivea, not here. Ellie, I know Jenna can't make it. Nick W.
Here.
Tegan, not here. Madeline
Here.
and Charlotte will be late, you said, right? Okay. Paige Arkansas,
Here.
Matt Conley, not here. Bella,
Here.
Juliana,
Here.
Megan, thank you, and Marie.
Here.
All right, awesome. Hi, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Next up, we have public comment. If there's anybody from the public wishing to speak, you can raise your hand or unmute. Not seeing anybody. Next up, we have approval of the meeting minutes from our last meeting. Yana, thank you for doing those. You did a great job. Was everybody able to look those over? Does anybody have any questions? Do we feel good to approve them? All right, awesome. And Nick is here now. All right, do I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes of our meeting on February 15th?
I approve.
Thank you, Yana. Do I have a second?
I second.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to call the roll. Yana,
Yes.
Ali,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Nick, I know you just got on. We're just approving the meeting minutes.
Yes.
Thank you. Uma is not here. Paige is not here. Josh isn't here. Sophie.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm skipping a bunch of people. Nick.
Yes.
Tegan is not here. Madeline.
Yes.
Charlotte.
Here. Sorry, I just got on.
No worries. We're just approving the meeting minutes. So if you could just give a yes or no.
Okay. Yes, I approve.
Okay, thank you. And Marie.
Yes.
Awesome. So that passes unanimously. Next, I forgot to put it on the agenda again. But do I have a volunteer to take the meeting minutes for this meeting? It's only Tuesday. You can go ahead and watch the video on WCAT, just make it easier for yourself so you can do it at your own pace. Preferably somebody that hasn't done it yet. But if you did already do it and want to do it again, that's totally fine. So I just need a volunteer to do that.
Or I can draw a name out of a hat.
We can do a little wheel spin.
I can.
Any volunteers? Megan, thank you very much. So I'll be in touch with you about that. If you could get them to me by next Monday. No, sorry, in 2 Mondays. The day before our meeting is usually when I send them out. So as long as I have them by then, that would be great. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Everybody should have gotten an emailed template. But Megan, if you don't have that for some reason, just email me and I'll send it to you. Thank you for volunteering to do that. So next on the agenda, I did have a presentation from Stephen Ingalls. He is a school committee member, but there is a school committee meeting tonight and he was unable to make it. So that's totally fine. We'll hopefully have him present later in the month or sometime soon because there's a lot going on with the school committee, which is exciting. Does anybody have any liaison updates? Yeah, Paige, go ahead.
I do. I've been emailing with Candace Linehan, who's the head of the Board of Health, and just on like the COVID updates, I felt like it was like important to talk about now, just especially with the lifting of the mask mandate. So basically what she said was that the mandate in schools will be lifted next Wednesday on March 9th. It will continue on buses because that's federal law, not in this community. The cases are pretty much stable for now. They're not increasing dramatically, but they're not decreasing dramatically, which I guess is good. And she just said that vaccination is the best way to protect ourselves and others, and being smart about at-home testing, and all that. So for non-COVID updates, she talked about the town tobacco laws are trying to match the state tobacco regulations, which is specifically details of license suspension for selling to a minor, which is good. And I was thinking about asking her if she would possibly want to come on eventually, to talk about further tobacco laws, or if like how COVID cases are going, and maybe do a presentation. So I wanted to bring that up too.
Great, thank you so much. And Catherine also works for the health department. So we do have two connections there. That's all super important. I'll reach out. I said in my email last night that I'll be reaching out to a few of you about contacting your liaisons to maybe have them present, or if you want to give a presentation. So thank you, Paige, and I'll definitely be in touch with you about connecting with her.
I actually think, yeah, that what Paige mentioned, some of the stuff around the tobacco laws and some of the things that they're doing around enforcing underage sales and stuff, and trends that they're seeing and policies that they've changed might actually be of interest to all of you. So I like that idea, Paige.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Anything else for Paige? Any questions? All right. Any other liaison updates? Oh, we have a few. Yana, go ahead.
So I finally met with council member Lindsay Aberbrook about we were thinking of doing something combined with the youth council and HRC with mental health. So the Friday before vacation, I met with her, and we just came up with some stuff. So I took some notes down. But one of the biggest things that we were thinking of doing that I wanted to bring up to you guys is that kind of posting, like finding ways to increase public knowledge and awareness of resources and supports for mental health. And we were thinking of doing that through like social media, which because I feel like that's the biggest way to spread awareness these days. And HRC does not have an Instagram. So I was thinking of maybe collaborating and seeing if we could use our Instagram to promote some stuff. And there's like a lot of ways like that we could do it. We could do like a branch off account, or like I don't even know if we can do that or what approval we'll need. But another thing, if we were going to post, we could just post like little things that we have been doing, just wording of like here's some resources and all that. Or we were thinking like even if we're comfortable and we'll probably need like parental approval or something, like we could make short videos, 50 seconds or 30 seconds of like talking about experience or talking about like here's a resource, because I feel like people are more drawn to videos that the person's talking, so they don't have to read so much. They feel like they're more connecting with someone, like we're not hiding behind a screen or anything, like in a way. Like you see like TikToks that get like viral because like people are talking straight to you. But that's like I know that's a lot, but that was like what we kind of talked about, and I wanted to hear like anyone's thoughts or opinions, or we even can do this. I'm not sure exactly how it would work, but want to bring that up.
Ellie, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I really like those ideas, and I think that that's something really important that we can talk about at our next communications and outreach subcommittee, because I really like those ideas, and especially partnering with the HRC and putting some of their stuff on our Instagram pages. I think that's really good.
Yeah, so maybe if you two want to connect, and Yana, if you want to invite your liaison person to that meeting so we can kind of work together. I know it's hard to like get all of our schedules together. But if you're able to do that, or if Yana, if you're able to make it to that the communications outreach subcommittee meeting, I think that would be a great way to kind of get this going. I really liked all the ideas that you mentioned. And Ali, if you want to send out that meeting information, I can send it out to the whole youth council to make sure that everybody's in the loop. Madeline, go ahead.
When is the next Communications and Outreach Subcommittee meeting?
So we didn't have one last week because of February vacation, but we're going to have one on Thursday the 10th. I'm going to send out that meeting request tomorrow.
Yana, go ahead. And then Charlotte.
Okay, sorry. That sounds great. I would love to do that. I would love to attend that meeting. And I do want to invite her. I did invite, I did mention it. We just have to make sure, like, we're gonna bring it up to the HRC meeting next, but is that something that like we could do? Like, could we collaborate on the Instagram with the youth council? Because then like that's the first step, and then we're like moving forward, and then we're like up once we actually have like a project in mind, because these are just like brainstorming things. Then I was thinking inviting her to like maybe like late April when we have it.
So Yana, are you saying you would join? So I don't, the youth council's Instagram is the youth council's Instagram. I don't think it become the HRC's, but you could certainly create content for
Like for mental
the
health.
yeah, around mental health for the youth council, and then try to get other organizations to share it. I think that's great. I was
Yeah.
also going to suggest an organization that's working with Wakefield. It's called the NAN Project, and they have a lot of youth with lived experience. They're older teens, but they would be great for the video, and they have a lot of great resources, and they're kind of they support a lot of our initiatives here in Wakefield. So I'd be happy to do an email introduction.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Great. Any other questions? And we could also, before anybody goes, we could also kind of form it in the way of like a series. And I know we did that last year with mental health as well. So it'd be awesome to continue this. So we can say that we're collaborating, but it wouldn't have to get as complicated as like the HRC creating an Instagram account and any of that. Like we can kind of post it on behalf of them and with them, if that makes sense. Charlotte, go ahead. I know you had your hand up.
Oh yeah. So if we were gonna do it on the Instagram account, I know there are a lot of ways to post like Instagram reel videos, or we could just do a post. But also, a ton of the Wakefield public schools, or like their Instagram or their Twitter, they've done a ton of promoting like these kinds of things on their Instagram. So if we got the school to like agree to repost or promote it on their Instagram or other social media, it would probably get out more.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Anybody else with the mental health and human rights commission topic? Yeah, so just to recap, so Ali and Yana, maybe you guys can connect about that meeting. And then Catherine, if you want to do that email introduction with the NAN project, I think that would be awesome. Great. All right. Any other liaison updates? Yeah, Marie, go ahead.
So I was emailing with the veteran service officer, Mr. Manjan, and he said that like in addition to our fundraising coin drive, they're having a veterans like coffee social on Saturday the 12th at the yacht club. And then they're also where you can like meet some of the older and then also newer veterans. And then also they're having a fundraiser at the Dockside Restaurant on March 29th from noon to 9. And so 10% of the business sales will go towards our like campaign. And then also they're gonna have raffle tickets and then also like other prizes. And I also had a question. So we haven't decided, like I haven't talked to him yet about when he wants the money presented. And I'm gonna go to the like coffee social on the 12th. Should I ask him then or just like email him now when we want the money to be presented?
Catherine, do you happen to remember or recall that date?
It is, I think it's that the end of the month, Marie, if I'll have to go back and look at my emails, but I think David gave us a date. I'll find that email and forward it to you, Marie. So you can see that. So we do have a date. So that's why when we talk about that later on in the agenda, we can make sure that, you know, that's our goal for the fundraising.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you for all of that.
Yeah, that's awesome information to have. Does anybody have any questions or anything for Marie? Seeing none. All right, Megan, do you want to go ahead?
Sure. So on Friday, there's the night spot for the 6th grade, and the actual event is happening from 7 to 8:30, but volunteers can sign up starting at 5. It's all at the Galvin. I can send out the sign up genius. If you've never been to a night spot before, it's kind of like a free for all. The cafeteria and the gym are open, and there's just different activities going on. So if you volunteered, you pretty much just be put in anywhere to sub. Like I did music for it one year. I did the cotton candy machine for it one year. There's always going to be stuff for you to do, and you're just there to help out in any way you can. So I can send out the form.
Great, thank you. Yeah, if you want to send that to the youth council email, I can send that to everybody. That's awesome.
And Megan, in this night spot coming up is for 6th graders, correct? So could our 8th grade members of the youth council volunteer, or do you think it's for high schoolers?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I can volunteer.
Okay.
I was volunteering when I was in 8th grade, so I think I'll be fine.
Okay, that's great. And remember, if for those of you in honor societies or anything, this counts as community service hours.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It's a great way to help out and also get the hours and the credit. All right. Anything for Megan? Nothing. All right. So Megan, if you want to send that information to me, I'll send it out to the council. Madeline, go ahead.
So I wasn't emailing directly with the people from the library committee, but the friends of the BB library. And I want to say Karen King had reached out about having one or like either any of us that want to help with updating their bulletin board every 90 days at the BB library. They were looking for someone to do that. And that they're thinking about having someone, she's going to reach out and see if anyone would want to come to one of our meetings and talk about what the library is doing right now. So.
Great, thank you. Yeah, so maybe that's definitely a future presentation that I've been meaning to reach out about. So I'll definitely be in touch with you about that. That sounds like a great opportunity. So maybe when she comes, we can talk a little bit more about that, what that might look like.
So good. Madeline, just to be clear, so there's no commitment on doing a bulletin board right now, or?
She said, I don't think that she wasn't very clear on whether or not she wanted me to start yet, or if she wanted Tegan and I to do it yet. But she said that she was gonna probably come to one of these meetings, but she actually emailed me earlier about that, so I can respond and ask about like more of a commitment.
Yeah, getting some clarification would be good. Yeah. Great.
Awesome. Anything for Madeline in the library? None. Charlotte, did you have your hand up? Or was that from earlier?
I had accidentally kept it up from earlier.
No worries. All right. Any other liaison updates? These have been awesome so far. So like I said earlier, I'll definitely be in touch with some of you about getting your liaison positions to present at one of our future meetings, because it's a great way for us to stay involved in other boards and groups and committees across Wakefield. All right, cool. Anything else about liaison positions? Any questions, updates? All right, awesome. So next up is a community cleanup update. So I know some of our middle school members and Catherine met with the middle school principal. So if somebody wants to give us an update on how that went, I know we're all excited to hear about it.
I can go unless Marie wants to go, or doesn't matter.
I was going to say, Madeline and Marie, take it away.
Okay, I can start, and then if Marie wants to add to that. So we were given permission to run the coin drive at Galvin. And we were told that we have permission to do what we want with it, and they'll and that if we type up an announcement for like the morning announcements or flyers or posters or whatever, then we have permission to hang them around the school and kind of get the word out. So I think that was
Great.
it.
Awesome. Marie, is there anything you want to add, or anybody else that was at the meeting?
That's all of it, yeah.
Great. Catherine, anything else?
No, I just, I actually ordered the donation boxes for the 48 homerooms because afterwards Madeline and Marie met and got a count of the homerooms. So the next steps would be to maybe meet at the middle school to create the designs for the flyers and the boxes. So that should probably happen this week, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So I don't know if our middle school members, if any of you can meet after school this week.
Yeah, awesome. And definitely take some pictures so we can kind of publicize it on social media too, so we can get a large input of donations. Great.
So are any of you available tomorrow or Thursday? Oh, actually Youth Action Team's tomorrow, Thursday or Friday after school?
On Thursday.
I'm available on any Monday and Friday after school.
Okay, Monday and
I'm
Friday.
available any days, and I will be there for Youth Action Team tomorrow. So
Okay. All right. So maybe what we can do is okay. So I'll be in touch with you guys. Let's do a tentative hold on Thursday because that actually works with my schedule. And Charlotte, we can fill you in because we'll need everyone's all hands on deck. Okay. Nick, could you make Thursday after school?
Yeah, I think I can make Thursday after school.
Okay, great. All right. So I'll bring the boxes too because we'll assemble those. They should be arriving tomorrow. Thank you.
Awesome. Sorry about the noise. I just kicked my printer and it started freaking out. All right. Anything else on the community cleanup topic? Awesome. Thank you guys for all of your hard work on that. It's going to be such a great turnout, and I'm super excited to make such a positive impact and also follow through something that we did in the fall. It's going to be awesome. Great. And like I said, definitely take pictures so you can post them on social media. Cool. All right. So if nobody has anything else, we can move on to Ali for communications and outreach subcommittee update. I know there hasn't been a meeting, but if there's anything new, you have the floor.
Thank you. So as I said before, we didn't have a meeting last week because of February vacation, but we will be having one on March 10th. And I want to focus on our social media and our messaging, promotion of the Youth Council. I want to have a discussion about what we talked about last time with the keeping the parks and fields clean, a potential communication campaign around that, our voter registration initiative, and also talking about mental health and the HRC with Yana. So that's what we will be talking about hopefully on March 10th.
Great, thank you. And I'll send out all that information so anybody who wants to join can. The more people, the better, for sure. Any questions for Ali? All right, cool. Next up, a Wakefield Snow Angels update. Juliana, if you have anything, you have the floor. If not, we can skip over it.
I just have a few things. We have about 13 participants so far, which I think is really good. We've still been getting new ones, not as quickly, but still new ones. We could use a few more in Greenwood, but other than that, we're doing pretty well.
Great, thank you. And it seems like the seniors are really responding well to it. Catherine, anything to add?
No, I just want to thank the youth council members, especially Lauren and some others who have jumped in, and we got an influx of seniors who needed shoveling at the last minute. So Lauren went out and shoveled some driveways. Bella's been great, so I really appreciate you guys kind of jumping in. And this last storm was during school vacation. So Juliana, the systems that you put in place seem to work. Either if people were away, they got subs for to cover their driveway, to cover the shoveling. So great job.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you again, Juliana, for all that work you're putting in. It's such an awesome program. Great. Anything for Snow Angels? Nothing. All right. Catherine, COVID update. I know there's a lot of stuff happening, and Paige kind of already touched on some of it. But Catherine, I know there's new CDC guidance and a lot of stuff's
Yep.
changing. If you want to give us an overview.
Well, I think Paige gave a really good update, and yeah, the CDC did change their guidance on masks. So if you are traveling somewhere, you can see kind of where this, if that region. So for example, we go skiing in Maine, the county we're in is in the red. So that's a place where we're going to wear masks. But if you're in a place that is not a high risk for transmission, you don't need to wear masks. So we're kind of transitioning out of the Omicron surge and into more life and people getting used to being without masks. And that might be a mental health aspect, you know, and I know a lot of people want to get rid of masks, but one of my friends is an elementary school teacher in another state. They lifted their mask mandate and she said not one of her students chose to take their mask off. So that will be interesting for students to grapple with on the other end of things. So any other questions around COVID or updates from the health department? That's it for me.
Great, thank you. All right. Anything else? Any other updates before we talk about our next meeting? Nothing? All right.
Actually, sorry, really quickly.
Yeah.
When I did the snow angels thing, like I did a few houses. So one of the houses I was at in the Greenwood area, there's this lady who said that she was wondering if I knew anyone who would be interested in, like, I guess her basement is full of art supplies and like stuff like that. So she was wondering if anyone liked organizing to like volunteer. Like it wasn't sketchy at all. It was like a nice thing. But she was like wondering if anyone would be interested in going over and like organizing her basement part-time. Just I think for like volunteer hours, stuff like that. So I said I would bring it up at this meeting, and I have her information and stuff. So if anyone's interested, or like I can send it to you or something, but I just thought that might be something we want to talk about. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. So if you want to send that to me, I can definitely send it out to the group, and maybe I know Ellie couldn't make it tonight, but maybe we can talk with her with the Albion Cultural Exchange as well and see if we can somehow partner with them since it's surrounding art. So if you want to send that to me, that would be great. Thank you. Cool. Anything
I was
else?
just going to mention the other option too is through the guidance department, there's opportunities for volunteering and work opportunities. So in your school guidance, do they have a list of volunteer opportunities posted somewhere?
I believe so. I haven't been in there in a while. I know that there's a bulletin board with job opportunities. I would assume that there are volunteer opportunities somewhere in there, but I can check on that for sure.
Yeah, that's just another option too. But I think Ellie's a good first step because she might even know somebody interested.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Anything else before we move on? All right, great. So just a reminder that our next meeting is going to be Tuesday, March 15th at 7 p.m. Overall, does that still work for everybody that time? Awesome. I'm seeing nods. That's good. Cool. So I'll see you all then. Does anybody have anything else to talk about? All right. I'm not seeing any. Awesome. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I second.
Thanks. I'm going to call the roll. Iana?
Yes.
Ollie?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Sophie?
Yes, sorry.
No worries. Nick?
Yes.
Madeline?
Yes.
Charlotte?
Yeah.
And Marie.
Yeah.
Great. So this meeting is adjourned unanimously. Thank you all for being here. And I will see you on Tuesday the 15th at 7 p.m.